Hello my lovelies, you're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my channel, you're welcome. Please do like and subscribe because I always share amazing recipes. Today we'll be learning how to make a Nigerian fish roll in an easier step-by-step method. So if this is what you're interested in, come, let's do this together. Okay, so we'll start by boiling our fish. We'll add it into the pot. Wash your fish thoroughly very well and then add it into a pot. And add your onions. Then add our stock cube. We're going to add some ginger powder, some garlic powder, and some red chili pepper, grinded pepper. I also added some curry powder. And then I'm going to stir this together. Do not worry, I'm going to drop the exact measurement of all the ingredients I used in the description box. I added water enough to boil the fish and I boiled it. Here the fish is ready and I'm deboning, I'm flaking the fish at the same time, removing all the bones. Now this is the fish after I've removed the bone and flaked it. Please take your time to flake this fish and remove all the bones so that your clients don't get, or people don't get, chewing bones when they are eating your fish roll. And then I heated up my pan, added some groundnut oil, and then I added my minced onions. Look at the way I chopped it very tiny. I used my manual grinder to do this so that I get this consistency. And then I added my fresh pepper, and then I'm going to stir this together. The next thing to do is to add my flaked fish, and then I'm going to fry all of this together. Please do this on very medium heat so that your fish doesn't get burnt. And then I added some stock cube and I stirred it thoroughly. And here our fish flake is ready. It's dried. It's not as wet as it was when I just finished boiling it. Just look at how it's looking, so lush and, you know, yummy. All right, so what I'm going to do now is to transfer this into my plate and allow it to cool down. I'm just going to transfer it into a plate and then spread it out for it to cool down. Please note that when frying this fish, please don't use so much oil so that you don't make your fish too oily. Okay, so just use very minimal oil, just the way you see me do it. Just do it that way. And then I'm going to set this aside, allow it to cool down. So while it is cooling down now, we're going to prepare our fish roll dough. In my bowl I added yeast, I added sugar, and then I'm going to add some warm water, and I'm going to keep this somewhere, set this aside. And then in my bowl I'm going to add some flour, I'm going to add some baking powder and some salt, and then I'm going to mix all of this together. And then I'm going to add my yeast mixture into this. Oh sorry, I added my butter first. Added our butter. Like I promised, I'm going to drop all the ingredients I used and its measurement for you, so do not worry. And then I added our yeast mixture, and then we're going to mix this. I'm also going to be incorporating water gradually into this. Please add the water gradually. Don't just pour the water so that you don't get a very soggy dough. You add it gradually, you mix, you add it gradually, you mix, just the way I'm doing in this picture. And then I'm going to be adding gradually until I form a perfect dough for this fish roll. Just look at the way it is. I'll put some flour on my work surface and I'm going to knead it a little bit more. We're not going to knead this so much, but we'll just knead it to make sure that everything is properly combined, just the way I'm doing it. And once I have kneaded and I'm sure that this dough is ready, I'll just put it back into my bowl and allow it to rest for about 20 minutes. This way you allow the gluten to sit a bit before you start using it. All right, so here after 20 minutes I've brought my dough back on my work surface, using some flour so that it doesn't stick on the work surface. And then I'm going to cut this into small sizes. Ideally, if you're doing this for business, please measure your sizes so that at least they are all in the same. I'm doing this way because over time I've been doing this and I can use my eye to gauge. All right, so I'm just forming this into a ball. And then I'm going to form all of them into a ball and I'll set them aside just the way you see it right now. And then I'll picking them one ball after the other to prepare and to add in our fish roll filling. Here I've taken one of the ball, I'll spread it just the way you're seeing it, straight down. Spread it. Make sure you flour your work surface. If you don't do that, your dough is going to stick to the table and we don't want that, right? We don't want that. And then I'm going to add some of my fish filling. I'll just hold it myself because I'm shooting this thing. If not, I'd have been picking this fish into my mouth. Don't mind me. And then we're going to roll from the one end. We'll roll to the other end. And you see our fish roll. This is like jumbo size. This is how I like my fish roll, big, so that when I cut it will enter my mouth well. All right, I didn't show you the first time how I seal up, so I'm going to do this rolling again. I took some more. That's just water in my plate. I just spread, as in use my hand to rub it on the extreme, and then I fold so that it will seal that end very well, so that it doesn't open when you're frying it. Okay, so here I finished rolling all the doughs, you know, is ready like this. Next thing is to heat up my oil. Yeah, this is, I still have some of my filling. I'm not showing that I have some of my filling left. I'll just put it in a sealable container, cover it, and put it in my freezer for next use. And here I've heated up some oil, and then I'll start frying. Please make sure your oil is hot a bit before you start adding, and don't make it too hot, otherwise your fish roll might brown before it's ready. And here my fish roll is ready, looking yummy, lush. Tell me you're not liking it already. Yeah, so you see, I told you this is like my step-by-step easy, fast, quick method. With this you're going to have a soft, chewy, gooey, you know I like it that way. Just look at, well loaded. Look at the fish inside. It's not those ones you go and buy outside and you'll be looking for. You'll be asking, is this fish roll or just roll? You know, well loaded, well padded. All right, so you can do this fish roll. It doesn't take anything, you know, easy, quick. You can even make this for those of us that have kids, put pack in their lunch box for them to go to school with. And you can even make this a day before. Sometimes I make it and in the morning I just microwave it and put in my kid's bag, and he can go to look at the inside after. Look how chewy it is. All right, so if you've watched this extent and you've not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel and like, comment, share. I always share amazing recipes. Trust me, you'll be happy being part of this family. Till I see you again, I love you so much. Bye bye.